Welcome to the channel. I'm the Swedish dividend investor. Today's video is something special. We hit 100 subscribers. I want to start by thanking you all for the support. In my mind, 100 subscribers is insane. Like, imagine going into a room each week and there are 100 people sitting there and want to listen to you. Like I said, that's insane. When I started, I promised myself, you're going to release at least one video per week for a whole year, even if no one is watching. And I was ready to talk into the void, just for the discipline of it. So again, thank you. Your support means the world to me. So today, I just want to talk a bit about the channel, and then I will talk about who I am. So my goal with this channel is to give back to the community. I've learned so much from YouTube. Not only about finance, but everything from lifting weights to meal recipes. So I want to teach you what I have learned. Going forward, I will continue to try even harder to increase the quality of the videos. I get a little better with each video. The editing goes a bit faster, I'm a bit more organized, and I also don't stumble on my words as much as I did in the beginning. I've also seen in the analytics page what kind of videos does best and what does worst. My best performing videos are the monthly dividend videos, and my video on 3 undervalued stocks is by far the most viewed video, with over 800 views. Going forward, I want to double down on analysis. Even if those videos don't get the most views, they're the most rewarding to make, and hopefully the most helpful. Maybe I will bunch a few companies together. I also want to do subscriber requests, so, drop a comment on what company or ETF you want me to take a look into. There are some things I need to invest in going forward. The first thing is an external hard drive, but another thing I'm considering is a premium subscription to seekingalpha.com. I always found it a bit expensive, but getting 10 years of data instead of 5 is pretty awesome. However, I would still need to do the legwork for international companies, since Seeking Alpha rarely get things right there. So, that's the channel news. Now, who am I? I'm the Swedish dividend investor. I live in Sweden, obviously. I'm 36 years old. My full-time job is my small business. I have 1 employee, and things are going pretty well. I won't tell you what kind of trade I'm in just yet, maybe in the future. I can say it's a blue-collar, service-focused job. It's not really that important. I do have some hobbies outside of investing, but there are some overlaps as well. I'm into lifting weights, because what good is building wealth if our bodies break down before we get to enjoy it? I believe in taking care of your body, making it stronger and eating healthy. So it's kind of similar to investing, since it's a long-term investment for the future, and you need patience and discipline to make it work. I also enjoy gaming. My first console was a classic 8-bit Nintendo, and from there I was hooked. I think gaming is fine if you do it in moderation, i.e., when everything important in your day is done, it's okay to wind down with a little bit of gaming. Sadly, the busier I get, the less time I have for it. Since I started my YouTube channel, there hasn't been much of that. So, what does gaming and investing have in common? Well, it's the grind. Inching forward step by step, leveling up. New gear, higher dividends. New skills, better analysis. You get the point. Let's do a little history about my experience with the stock market. I started out doing some light day trading in 2019 with okay results, but it was very time consuming and very stressful, and I wanted to get away from it. So my next choice was long-term investing, but I really didn't know where to start. I got a book by a Swedish author, and translated, the title was The Simple Way, Get Rich with Dividends. I got the book from my now deceased father, rest in peace, and I read it in one go. At first I thought, what's the point? Getting 2 to 4% in dividends would mean I would need a lot of money. But some gears started turning in my head, and I started digging deeper on the internet, reading and watching YouTube videos. Then it clicked. I think I saw some basic video about living frugally, saving each month, and what it could do if you stuck with it. So that's when I decided I would commit to the process and just invest every month. I did the numbers and I figured it would take me somewhere about 10 to 15 years to get there. But there was a problem. You see, my dad lost a lot of money on stocks in the 2000 dot-com bubble, and I was scared it would happen to me. So I started to research what went wrong, and that's what led me down the stock valuation route I'm on. What went wrong was the overvaluation and insanity with chasing the next big thing. Even if the companies didn't make money, no one cared. They just needed .com in their name or having grand plans for the internet, similar to AI today. So I needed a process to not make that mistake. I started with simple valuations, like price to earnings ratio, price to sales, and diversification to spread the risks. As I learned more, I started to wonder, what is a fair price of a business? And that led me down the rabbit hole of fundamental analysis and discounted cash flow models. I'm still learning and I have made some small mistakes, but so far, knock on wood, nothing terrible has happened. For instance, I invested in Intel late 2021 when the company was producing massive cash flows, only for the leadership to change, and they started to focus on growth, reducing the cash flow, and finally slashed the dividend by over 60%. Along the way, I was a bit too cocky and thought they would figure it out. They didn't. But I held on and actually made it out with a small profit. But I would say that's only luck, not skill. The dollar was high and Intel got caught up in the chip and AI mania, so I was saved by that. We learn from our mistakes, but some mistakes could be very hard to recover from, so be cautious. We should never stop learning. The thinking process is what keeps us from making big mistakes. Read books, start doing simple valuations on companies, find YouTubers who are teaching you something and not just selling you crap like courses. There are some gems out there. I would recommend getting Peter Lynch's books, Learn to Earn, One Up on Wall Street, and Beating the Street, if you want to start your journey on fundamental analysis and how to think when investing. Now for some nerdy stuff. I like looking at data, and YouTube Studios data is no exception. So most of my viewers are men, but 3.4% are women. 88% of my viewers are not subscribed. This part is quite interesting, where my audience comes from. So I'm just going through the top 5, but you can see the others. The most views are from the US, surprisingly. At number 2 we have the UK, number 3 we have Sweden, followed by Germany at number 4 and the Netherlands at number 5. So yeah, welcome everyone. But that is all for this 100 subscriber special, just a quick bonus video this time. Thank you all once again, your support means I keep making videos. I hope you follow along as we grow the channel. Remember to like, comment down below, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. I'm the Swedish Dividend Investor, and I will see you in the next one. Stay smart, stay patient, and keep stacking those dividends. Ha det gött!